Welcome back, CSE 3200 Yukon Stores Android Development. This is the finale. It's the finale of Chapter 7, the 8th video, and it's going to be basically the last video that you need in order to complete your first application GeoQuiz. So we've got just a few more changes to make. We are going to have to finish off our Lambda and the main activity. But before we do that, we are going to make a detour into Quiz View Model. We are going to put a key up here, constant val is cheater, and set that to is cheater key. And what's going on here is that we want to know if the user has cheated once, because if they've cheated once, then they have cheated and that's it. And so we want that data to be saved. Well, it is saved, but it doesn't persist across a state change like a rotation. So when we fix that error in Chapter 4 with a quiz view model, we then brought in our data of question, bank, and the current index, and put a little bit of functionality to use that data. Well, this is a good place for this information as well, whether the user has cheated, because we wouldn't want them to be able to cheat, turn it sideways, turn it back, and suddenly it forgets that they cheated. So we are going to make the data persist by putting the data stashed away in Quiz View Model. OK, so after these values here, we're going to go var is cheater of type Boolean. Hit enter because we are going to use getters and setters. Get pren equals saved state handle. Oh, I just remembered I have to make another change, but did it after this line or the next. Get equals saved state handle dot get, and then that constant is cheater key, and we will let it be nullable, but set its default to false. All right, so the reason that I have this error here for the save state handle is there was a little bit of code at the very end of Chapter 4 that I neglected to code on video, and I've only done it once in a number of different iterations of this application that I made. So the change that we're going to make is going to be on this line right here. So at the end of Chapter 4, one error that I didn't fix was that data still didn't persist if I lost the data through process. What do I want to say here? If I lost the data because the operating system needed to free up the memory. So that was a different case than just having a state change. So that was fixed in the end of Chapter 4, process death. That's what it was called. It was fixed at the end of Chapter 4 by putting in up here parentheses next to the quiz view model, and inside those parentheses we are going to put private val saved state handle. So you can see why this was it was an error because I didn't have it in there. Saved state handle of type save state handle. Let me just check to see if that is correct. It is. All right, so that fixed that error. OK. And then we are going to set equal to saved state handle dot set is cheater key, and Okay, so that should save the value on this side, and this variable is cheater. Notice I haven't made it private, and also and I didn't make the is cheater key private, and in the last video in cheat activity I didn't make this extra is shown private because I'm going to be passing those along. And so we're going to go into the main activity to the lambda, and we are now going to handle that result. If result dot result code is equal to activity dot result OK, and then begin curly braces. So remember from the last video that if I backed out of the activity using the back button, then this would not have gotten sent. It would have gone activity result canceled. The only time that this would be set to activity result OK was when we set it that way, whenever the button was hit. So let's see. Then what we're going to do is we are going to have quiz view model dot is cheater set to result dot data dot get Boolean extra answer shown from the cheating activity, from the cheat activity, with a default value of false. This is going on another line, so I'm going to put it down here. Okay, we just have one more thing to do before we test this out. We are going to make some changes in the cheat button, or no, in the check answer. We're going to make some changes in the check answer. So this code here is going to get commented out. You can delete it, but I like to see it before I fix my changes. So we have val message res ID is equal to when. Now we have a third option besides they get the correct toast or the incorrect toast. Remember, we made the toast that was it's wrong to cheat. We haven't used that yet. We are going to put that in, and then we should be all done. All right, so when quiz view model dot is cheater, then we are going to set the message res ID to r.string.judgment toast. And if user answer is equal to correct answer, so that would be this right here. Just copy and paste that. Even though I said it or was typing it in the opposite order, it doesn't matter. Then we will set this value to r.string.correctToast. Else, we will set it to r.string.incorrectToast. And I think we're good. All right, let's wish ourselves luck and see if this application works. All right, that took a while. Let's see if it's working. All right, so we will hit like true and got a correct toast. OK, I'll go next. I'll go false and get an incorrect toast. I'll go next. I'll hit cheat. It should take me to the cheat activity. I will change my mind and back out. I will say that this is false and it's correct. Good. So I went into the activity, the cheat activity, but I didn't cheat. So this time I will go in and I will cheat. So I'll show answer. It says it's false. I don't have a way out of here other than the back button, but I have set that result. It's now stored in QuizView model. So if I go with true, it tells me that cheating is wrong. If I say it's false, it says cheating is wrong. I go to the next button, I hit true, and forever now it is going to say cheating is wrong, and I've kind of just ruined my quiz. But that is exactly how the application is supposed to work, so we did it. We finished our first application in the Big Nerd Ranch book, chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. We do have some content coming up for Chapter 5, which should launch pretty soon. And then after the exam, I should have some people doing 6 and maybe 8. But then after that, we'll get going with our second application. All right, did it. We'll see you in a bit.